Jermain Defoe relishing wearing no 9 for Rangers after a green loan move. The excitement of pulling on the no 9 jersey for Rangers has left Jermain Defoe feeling like a kid again. Back to the days when he admired the greatest of all to have worn the shirt. Defoe was still at St Joachim Primary School in East London when Ally McCoist was in his peerless pomp at Ibrox. Yet the record-breaking feat of 355 goals for Rangers still registered in a youthful mind. A voracious student of strikers pretty much as soon as he could play the game, Defoe's attention was grabbed by the Scot who seemingly couldn't stop scoring. The chance to now follow in McCoist's footsteps is one that thrills the 36-year-old. Speaking as Steven Gerrard's squad continued their winter training camp in Tenerife, Defoe made clear his hunger to embrace every challenge that arises during an 18-month loan from Bournemouth. "I know about the history of the football club," he insisted. "When I sign for any football club I always think about the strikers that were there before me. Ally McCoist is a legend. And Kenny Miller, who I bumped into in Dubai in the summer. As a kid, I never really supported a team. I just used to watch the forwards, all the different strikers. I remember watching McCoist when I was a young kid. You can learn off every goal scorer. I think, at this stage of my career, to have the opportunity to go to another massive football club, it's a dream. I'm not one of those players who will come into it thinking, I've been there, done that. I will come here like I've just started off my career. I want to do well and I want to work for as many goals as I can." Defoe clearly appreciates the weight of the jersey. Scorer of 162 English Premier League goals, plus another 20 for his country, he brings an immense depth of experience. Even so, the sheer freshness of playing in Scotland feels like a new beginning. While Miller offered a glowing assessment of Rangers during a chance meeting in Dubai, further encouragement came from Graham Souness. "I have done a few bits for Sky and was on there the day of the first Old Firm game of the season," Defoe recalled. "There was another derby on that day. One in England or Spain, I can't remember. I was talking about the North London derby or maybe Sunderland v Newcastle, but Graham just said, 'Trust me, Rangers v Celtic is the best derby in the world. Without a doubt. You will never experience anything like it.' I was listening to him like, wow. This is something completely different for me. When I was really young, I remember saying I'd like to at some stage to play in Scotland, play in those crazy derbies. I was really young then. I remember I played against Celtic for West Ham. I think it was a game for Paolo Di Canio. That was my first experience of Scotland at that level. I also played in Scotland for England under 15s. My mum still talks about it now." For all his enthusiasm, Defoe is aware Scottish football has not always been a happy environment for English stars entering the twilight of their careers. Another of his great striking heroes, Ian Wright, hardly shone during a brief spell at Celtic. More recently, Joey Barton bombed at Rangers. That history doesn't worry Defoe. He expressed a willingness to face whatever is thrown in his direction after becoming increasingly frustrated at Bournemouth. "I know I'm probably going to get kicked about," he grinned. "The lads have told me that already. But it's a challenge. I don't think you can ever look at any league and think it's going to be easy. I remember when I went to the MLS, with Toronto FC, a lot of people said I would smash it and score loads of goals. But if you don't go somewhere with the right mentality, and don't do what you have always done, that's when it becomes hard. But if you do what you have always done, regardless of who you are playing against, then hopefully you will do well. My hunger is massive after the past 18 months. Mentally, it has been tough. I'm just want to play." To be fair, credit to the Bournemouth manager, Eddie Howe, because he knew it was hurting me. There were times when I felt I should have played and it wasn't happening for whatever reason. I had a conversation with him and said I just wanted to play football. That's what I do. Of course, it's nice to be a sort of mentor to younger players, but at the same time your own happiness is important. I'm not a coach. At some point I will do my badges but I'm not there yet. I want to play football and it wasn't happening. For all Defoe's exceptional scoring feats, stints with West Ham, Tottenham, Portsmouth, Sunderland and Toronto have not delivered a glut of medals. Level on points with Celtic in the Premiership and with a Scottish Cup campaign beginning at Cowdenbeath this month, Rangers could provide the opportunity of silverware. That's the most important thing, really, he added. I have mentioned before about coming to a team that is doing well, a team that can win trophies. Not only this season but in the future. Being part of that, on a personal level, would be really special. There is also an emotional spur to bring success to Ibrox. During his time at Sunderland, Defoe formed a close bond with Bradley Lowery, who tragically lost his fight against rare form of cancer in 2017 aged just 6. Bradley's mother, Gemma, recently revealed that her son had also been a Rangers fan, thanks to the influence of Dad Carl and grandfather Dave. When I signed, she said to me that Brads loved Rangers as well, so I was like, wow, said Defoe. It was like this is just meant to be. I didn't know. It's special because when I was at Sunderland, especially towards the end, I was so used to walking out with Bradley. When I left Sunderland and first signed for Bournemouth, it was a difficult time. When you go to a new club, you want to go there happy. But that was a difficult period for me. It took a while to get over it. To now be playing for another team that Bradley would have loved. Of course it's at the back of my mind. It's a nice feeling, yeah.